Nobody tells you that there's a point in your life where your parents stop being your safety net. Somehow you become it.
Yep. And that's a scary thought.
Are
you ready for it?
No, not really.
Me neither.
This week, we're talking about the weird, emotional, and slightly overwhelming phase of adulthood where roles start shifting. We're not calling anybody out, but we are talking about the reality of it, the guilt and the stress that comes with it.
Mm-hmm.
Also, life is still lifing on top of all that. So we're going to get into other things currently testing us as well. It's real. It's relatable. And yes, there's still a little chaos.
Well, a little. Yeah. We're going to be nice with the little.
A little. Yeah. Well, I don't know. It's been a weird couple days. I feel like I was sick again. Christ almighty. If anybody has any advice on how I can fight getting sick so often, like I literally have only been working this job for a while, like couple months. And I've been sick like what, 4 or 5 times?
Oh yeah. And you work in an area where you can't bring the sickness in. God forbid you get somebody else sick, but then you're penalized for thinking of others.
Exactly. Well, and the thing is I refuse to go in if I'm sick because I hate when other people come in sick because it gets me every freaking time. And this is proof.
It passes around and then you're just screwing everybody over.
Well, and not just that, there's patients and you don't want them to get sick But anyway, yes. So I have slept a lot. I have read the back of my eyelids a lot this last week. But I'm finally on the mend and finally feeling a little better.
I feel like we should go do something wild.
We got that coming. August. We got August.
I know.
But we probably need to get we probably need to get wild before then.
Well, I think we need to do that thrift store where we were going to pick out outfits for one another, and that's what we'll wear to the concert.
What? Yeah. Sorry.
Salt and pepper seed.
Oh, I was doing the thrift shop song.
Oh wait, I got $20 in my pocket. That's Macklemore or whatever the hell his name was.
Yeah. That's
what I was
like.
song.
What?
I would have thought he would have been bigger. I mean, he was pretty big, right?
No, he is. He still sings. He does things with other people. I don't know if he's so much of like a single artist or if he just like I don't know.
Like he's into collabs.
I don't know. Let's not debate that because we could go
I'm
on
stuck
all day
in the 80s.
That.
We all know that. I like 80s hair metal and 90s gangster rap.
Oh God, I love the 90s alternative. I'm just like, and it's sad too because Dalton was in the car with me the other day and he was telling me, oh, I won't make you listen to my garbage. And I'm like, hello, how often do I subject you to mine? Like, go ahead and play.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know. I think I'm stuck. I'm stuck in the 90s. I love the 90s.
It was a great time.
I mean, the gangster rap was okay, but I liked like the clever rap, like Tone Loc and... Oh, that's like 80s.
Digital.
Shit, that's 80s.
You can throw the Humpty Dance from Digital Underground. There was Silk the Shocker. He was a broad, like he made himself that character and he went with it. And I mean, I've played that video and I probably shouldn't have played the video for the young children I did, but he's so funny. And like, I'm like, this is fun. It's like when you play I Like Big Butts because it's funny.
Right.
It's about body positivity. It doesn't matter. The whole video is hilarious and the song is catchy. Otherwise, I wouldn't have taught my friend's kid all the words to it because,
Yeah, no,
I only did it when she was 4. I thought it was adorable then.
Well, listen,
I mean, she's 10 now.
If we want to talk about shameful things, Jessie was like 4. Actually, Jessie didn't really talk until she was about 2. It was weird. She was like, she just didn't talk. Like if she talked to you, she'd just get in your ear and whisper to you.
And you're like, what?
But she didn't talk out. It was weird. But I mean, not weird, but it was, I don't know. I kind of liked it because, it was like our little secret language. But anyway, English and words were a secret language. But she could word for word, front to back, quote, both Norbit and Tenacious D, The Pick of Destiny. And I don't know if I should feel proud.
Oh, you should feel proud.
I should be ashamed.
Proud.
There was times in my parenting that I will admit I was a bad mom. Like 100% I can own up to it and I can reflect and I can say, I'm so glad I've come so far. And, the thing about that is like,
Dead spacing it. Well, we were talking earlier.
It was like my brain just went, cancel.
Yeah, we're done with this tab. It said. But how many things do you think that we did that at the time made a lot of sense, and now we're going, I can't believe that was the thought, or that was the decision, or that was the action we took, and now you're like, shit, why did? And I mean, you got these humans that you're taking care of. Did you screw it up to a point where you screwed them up? Like, how much can you blame on your parents? And I don't even want to say parents, because 90% of the time, let's be honest, they blame the mom. I don't know why you're blaming mom. I didn't want to buy you underwear every 3 weeks, but I did,
Right.
Weird things like that people don't think that moms do. Like, we noticed that your underwear are getting low, or that you need some new ones, and bloop, there you go. I mean, how do you think they show up?
I tend to overdo it, because I remember I got Dalton a couple t-shirts, because I feel like he's always needing t-shirts because he stretches them out and whatever. Anyway, and he's like, Mom, I have too many t-shirts. Last time I got him some, and I was like, oh, bro, I'm sorry. You just got to tell me when to back off.
Well, and in one sense, I would have been like, all right, well, let's go through what you have and get rid of. But you can't, because I mean, right. I've said that numerous times, and they're like, well, what if I want to wear it again?
It's totally relatable, though, because have you had an attachment to a clothing item and you're like, I just can't get rid of it?
Yes.
And you wear it until it's completely destroyed?
Yeah, it's like two strings hanging over your chest. You're like, it's okay. It's a shirt still. It's still a shirt.
And it's funny, as we go through these moments in life, we have to think about it like our parents were in these same moments at one point. And it's kind of weird, as you watch them age over the years. I think that not really thinking about it. I think about, okay, wait, I'm going to deep moment again here, because my mom was 40 when Dalton was born. So her first grandbaby she was 40. And I think to myself, God, what was mom thinking at that time? I cannot imagine just having another animal. Oh my God, I almost said animal. Having another just a child just come into my life after I've just evolved. You know what I mean? I feel like right now in that moment, I'm like, yeah, I'm free. They're grown. They're doing their own damn thing. Yeah. I don't have to tend. I don't have to feed. I don't have to, I don't have to be a hover mother.
I like that. That's the word, hover mother.
Yeah. You're not so responsible. And the thing that I've loved about it is that I can back away, let them make their own choices, let them make their own bad decisions, let them make their own mistakes, let them figure it out. And then if they need me, let them come to me. And so I think about that. How could my mom have been in that position where she was just feeling free and then go right into the role of a grandma? And my mom was a great grandma. She still is. What am I talking about? She still is. And actually, she's about to become a great grandmother. Ooh,
nice.
I'm so excited to be a great aunt. Yep. So I'm really excited about that. But I mean, it's funny that you watch as they evolve over the years, and you always look at them like, oh, they got it together. They have the answers. I'm always going to trust their advice.
But do they really?
But then you see that shift where you're like, wait a minute, am I going to have to start making decisions for you? Am I going to have to start literally my mom breaking all her bones? I was like, did your doctor have a motility conversation with you? Because that's important to me.
Oh, yeah.
She needs to start thinking about things that could happen. It doesn't mean that they are going to happen, but you've got to be prepared. Not that you should fearmonger, and not that you should be terrified of everything going wrong. Please don't take it that way. But you need to be prepared.
It's almost like you should put the seatbelt on because it's going to keep you safe, even though it's uncomfortable to wear, and it cuts off your girls. We do it. We do it because we have to. We do it because we want to be part of it. But then, what you're saying, when can you step in if you notice that they haven't been putting on the seatbelt? Should you say, hey, want me to help you with that seatbelt? And how long should you wait before them not wearing the seatbelt becomes a problem? I hate to use a seatbelt analogy or however you want to say it.
A little metaphor.
But,
you got it.
It gets to a point where, like you said, we're no longer hover mothers, but then you start looking at other things and things you didn't look at. You start looking at your parents and you're like, huh, I realize,
to get old.
Yeah. You're getting older. Things are changing. I've now noticed your hair is a little more gray. Your eyes are a little more dull. And then I start thinking, oh shit, now I'm the parent.
Right.
Whether
and
it's
like
the parent
you take,
of the, yeah,
you just take that role, and it's not, I don't want to say it's an obligation. I mean, but there is that pull inside of you that says, this person gave their life to give me life, and I'm always going to be there for them.
Yeah.
And it's not necessarily, whenever I say it that way, because everybody always thinks, oh, you sound obligated, but I don't, because it's like, it's just automatic. Because even with Jonathan's family, like immediately, like I gained that love and that respect. And it's not really about, I don't
feeling like you have to.
Like you have to. Exactly.
Yeah.
It's not that you have to. It's not a duty. There's nothing that feels like a job.
And you want to help. I want to help. But I feel like our decisions being made, and this is the consequence of the action. When is a point where I shouldn't step in, or when is a point that I should step in?
Exactly.
And when is it going to be to the point where it's not looked at like you're overstepping into my life and I'm the parent and I've been controlling stuff for so many years that now you're trying to come in and act like you're my mom, and remember, you're my child.
Right.
And that just depends. It really depends on how the person's going to feel about it. Like if they're like, shit, I really did need the help, and I'm glad that they stepped in, even though I'm ashamed, because I would feel shame.
Well, and I mean, it's not, I don't know if it's so much shame, but it's that pride in like, because can you imagine if things were just going horrible in your life and then your child came to you and saved the day? Like that would kind of gut you a little your bit. Pride, because but then again, it would also make you feel proud that they were still that person that you raised them to be.
And that they saw and they came and
they recognize that. And that's the one thing that I do hope that I instill in my children, that like, not that I feel like they owe me anything. So please don't think that.
No.
But I feel like I have instilled that what is the best word? That compassionate gene.
Compassion and just the want to genuinely help another person, whether it's somebody you loved or it's somebody you don't even know. I mean, the point being is we raised human beings that want to produce kindness out into the world, into a world that is quite shitty, let's be honest.
Right.
And I'm happy to know that I have two people out there that are going,
I got your back.
I got your back, and I'm here. And if the world is looking scary, come on, let's go together and we'll figure it out. I'm going to hold your hand like you held mine when I was a kid and the first day of school. I'm going to hold your hand now, and we'll walk into the second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, 100th chapter of life.
That's right.
And start together, because you at the end of the day, everyone thinks they journey alone, but you have a tribe. I have a tribe. You have a tribe. We're a tribe.
We are.
And I thought about it the other day, just the amount of people like.
We're a strange tribe, but we're a tribe. Join us at midnight in the back fields.
We dance nude, so it's fun. But just how many people when you're having a problem that will reach out, and it goes back to you coming to that meal and hugging me because I was having a bad day. And
I know.
That's the friendship, and that's the kindness that I want to continue to send out into the world, because that made all the difference to me.
Yeah, and it was weird. I have to point this out really fast, because I'm not trying to just topic jump. I promise. But we are currently recording on a Wednesday because Kelly didn't show up on Monday, and I felt so sad. I had a little Kelly squeeze.
I know, but I had to spend my day on the porcelain throne.
And I mean, can I tell?
Oh, go ahead. I have no
standing
shame.
out on my porch, and we had been texting that morning, and I was like, all right, what time are you going to be here, B? Come on. And I'm standing on my porch, and I'm listening to music, and so I'm dancing. Of course, I feel like my neighbors are probably like, oh my God, that girl's out there dancing again. Not joking. But and then all of a sudden I hear Kelly's tires or studs, and then all of a sudden I see her car, and I was like, wait a minute, is that her? And I see the stickers in the window, and Kelly has the most concentrated white knuckled grip on her steering wheel, looking at the road, and her eyes were not wandering, period. And I was like waving and flailing my arms like a crazy person, and she just boom,
I went right by, I didn't even look
by. And so I texted her and I was like, where's your ass headed? And she's like, oh, I gotta poop. And I was like, I had a feeling you had to poop, dude.
Well,
I saw that determination.
I'm like, I'm not going to get up in this meeting. Well, I'm going to be honest with you. We had a meeting and then one of the ladies went to the bathroom. She comes back. She goes, you didn't hear me yell? And I'm like, no, like we were still finishing up our coffee. And we, when she had left, we had moved on to other little conversations like, hey, how's your husband? Blah, blah, blah. She goes, man, that toilet was so low, I thought I was going to fall. She goes, once I hit, she goes, I went. So
that's why you said, I'm going home. And you're not going to fall on the short ass toilet.
And I went home and I was.
And not for nothing. Oh my God, did I just say your words? Not for nothing?
Not for nothing.
Wow, I sure did. But have you been into the toilet at the diner?
Yes.
It is ice fucking
Always.
Cold.
I went home and turned the heat on before.
I literally, like, every time I go in there, I'm always like, did you guys hear me shriek from in there? Because it is ice cold. There's nothing like a cold toilet seat on your warm little bum.
Cold.
I know why.
I don't know. I think it was like an outhouse and they're just like, nobody knows. Go out there and sit in the winter.
We're just,
shit. I said, no, I'll go home. I'll go home where the toilet paper is 2-ply and the seat is warm.
Oh, I know, right? It is. I hate having, let's not talk about single ply because single ply has done me dirty so many times.
I think George Costanza there. You ever see that Seinfeld where like he took his shirt, he like gets almost naked?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why that's how I am. I like to be all comfortable. If I got to sit there for a little bit, I'm going to be comfy.
Right.
Take everything off.
Well, I already told you that the toilet is my time away from the world.
Yeah. I sit there on Facebook and I'm like, bloop, bloop, bloop.
Sometimes
bloop.
I just sit. But bringing it back, girl.
Bringing it back, girl.
I think that something that, sorry, that was really crazy. What do you think is a moment that you kind of realized in life that things changed, that you were like, oh shit, I'm the adult now? Like, I mean, I think with my mother, it's been her having so many broken bones. Like that has been tough. And it makes me see her in a different light. Like maybe I need to get her in a bubble, and maybe she's not as young as she used to be.
Is it sad that the boy in the plastic bubble, which I know was 2 movies, but I can only relate it back to John Travolta. And I don't even know if it was John Travolta that was the boy in the bubble. If somebody could answer that.
No, John Travolta was the boy in the bubble in the original. In the original, yeah. It was John Travolta. But I mean, I feel like at that point, like I live so far away from her. And so I can't really step in and be like, hey, let's do some physical therapy. Let's do this. Let's do that. And I mean, even the same thing on the same token, whenever I see pictures that my dad posts online and I see that he looks a little swollen, I'm like, hello, have you had your kidney levels checked lately? Have you had this done? Have you done? And I'm like, why am I doing this? Why am I stepping in? Like, am I being too much? But I don't want something to sneak up and surprise them just because I've seen so many bad situations that could have been prevented. And so it's like just in my brain. I just want the best for them. Like I would like a nice long life with them.
And I have a father who is 85, 86 soon. He lives in not an assisted living community, but like an elderly community. He has an apartment. The apartment is fitted for if he ever needs a wheelchair. But I'm going to digress. A few years before, I don't remember how many, my dad had come home from work. He used to drive bus. He came home from work and he went to go step up the stairs and he slipped and he fell and he broke his hip. Like he had to have a hemi hip replacement. And he does not live near me. He lives in a different state. And I was in the middle of a big holiday season here and I couldn't leave. And my dad was married to somebody at the time. So, I mean, he had support, but I wanted to be there. I mean, my dad's going to go have surgery. He broke his hip. Like this was the first time something had happened that I was old enough to be an adult, because my dad also had Legionnaire's disease. And I don't know if people know what that is, but he almost died. In fact, he has said to me that he did in fact pass away. And when he opened his eyes again, the nurse was sitting there and she was holding his hand and she looked him right in the eye and she said, welcome back. And he said that at that point in time, he said he knew he was going to be okay. But like the fear, and he didn't tell me this for say 20 years later, the fear when he was telling me that, because he said to me, I remember you standing in the hospital room with your mother and you asking her, is my dad going to die? And he goes, and that's when everything had happened. You were out of the room. Everything, what he says happened. And when he woke up again, the nurse was holding his hand and said, welcome back. And I mean, he has a story. It's his story to share what he saw. And it wasn't anything. And I'm going to put this out. It was a beautiful, whatever he saw, what he saw was beautiful. And when he related to me, it was beautiful. It was nothing fearful. And I don't ever want people to feel fear of the unknown, because it's not known. You know what I mean?
Right.
But that's a scary thing for me to think about. And then throw in, then he did the hip thing and I couldn't get there. And then, then he had an issue with his heart and he had to have his AFib, or I don't know, something about the artery, the main artery having to have a stent, or I mean, it was a lot of stuff. And every time, and I hate to say every time it happened, was at a point in time where I couldn't leave because of my job or another obligation that was holding me away. And then that makes me feel, because I am my father's only biological child, it makes me feel like a horrible daughter.
Yeah. And, that's something that I think we should talk about too, because there's that guilt that no one talks about. You feel frustrated with the situation because you feel like it could have been prevented.
Yep.
And then you feel bad for feeling that way.
Yep.
For being frustrated with your parent. Like, you're like, oh, why did you do this? Like,
even though it was an accident, it wasn't like they're like, what am I doing today? Oh, I'm gonna go break my hip and then call my daughter and tell her I did it. So I know it's not like it.
Well, and I mean, there's even that guilt with having your own space and having your own life, but still being needed.
Yeah.
And so that's hard, because how do you balance that? How do you handle that emotional tug of war? Because you do have these obligations in life. Do you like that I talk with my hands so much? I really talk with my hands. I love
it.
John always calls them knife hands. He'll say, put away those knife hands. They're lethal.
We're going to dress up like Edward Scissorhands. You and I, and we're just going to walk around and be very handsy.
We need to do something for Halloween this year. I love Halloween. But
she's like couple costume. We don't
have to do Halloween.
We don't have to do our husbands. Couple costume.
Forget it. Well, there's that like I said, that tug of war between living your own life and still taking care of them and their life as well. And it is hard and it's a struggle. And the thing is you gotta forgive yourself a little, because they did it with their parents. I mean, it's like an endless cycle. And I know that my mother's was there for my parents, my grandparents. And I know that my dad is currently there for my grandparents, not his grandparents. But you know what I mean? Like they are still taking care of them. And my mom did take care of my grandparents until they passed as well. And I mean, it was a lot. And not only did they do it, but like us grandkids, we pitched in and we did things and we helped out. So it's always just been this cycle. So you've got to give yourself that little bit of, like say, you know what, it's okay. I got this.
Give yourself that congratulatory pat on the back that you're going to handle it. And you can do it. You can handle it. It's just getting to that, and you know me, I am a very much list. I want every scenario played out, and I will play out every scenario to the point of aliens coming from the sky and changing things. Like I have a solution.
I've heard her go there before. Trust me, it happens.
I'm telling you, there's a chupacabra and a Bigfoot, and they hang out in my yard, and that's why I can't keep chickens. So that's what I'm going with.
And the thing that I said is like no matter what is our lives don't pause because they're in catastrophe. I mean, we still have to work. We still have to worry about maintaining those work relationships and maintaining our status quo in our jobs. We still have to work at relationships in our own lives. And we still have to maintain that same relationship with our parent as well, with taking that authoritative position in their lives as well. And we also have to worry about the mental load. You have to think about how heavy it gets at a certain point whenever you feel like everybody's just needing you and you can't do everything at once. And you wish that you could clone yourself, or you wish that you had more hands, and it's just not possible. You can only get so much done. You are only one person. And
even if you don't get it all done, hey, we're proud of you for what you did get done. Hey, and if you didn't do anything, you know what? You're right. You have the right to take that step back and that pause and say, I need a minute. Let me take care of me so I can take care of you.
Right, exactly. And I mean, there's the thing, like, as you go into that I don't know about you, but whenever I go into overload, it's like everything just starts to sputter and I have to focus on one task at a time, or else I just internally combust.
Yeah.
And then I get nothing done. And whenever I get nothing done, it seems to pile up, and then I overwhelm more and more and more until that moment that I just explode and everything is just chaos.
If I'm having I'm going to call it spicy. If I'm having a spicy day, I do have a hard time maintaining my duty list in my head at my jobs, because and some of these jobs I've been doing 20 something years. So I know exactly. I could do it in my sleep. I have done it in my sleep. But then when I'm having that spicy day and I can't even grasp onto like how to start something. And these are, like I said, they're things I've been doing for 20 years. And I'm like, I need to take a step back.
I know what you mean. It's like that chaos in your mind. It's like, I don't have the ability to have multiple tabs open at once.
No. I have way too many, and I'm not even at the computer anymore. I get very
overwhelmed with so many tabs open in my brain. And it boggles my mind how a man can literally have one tab open, close it, and open another one.
And
close it, open another one. Like, I just cannot do that. My brain is everywhere at every moment, thinking about each person. I wonder if that's a woman's thing,
in the sense of like, and this is just something, whether it's true or not, but it sounded pretty truthful, and I heard it on Big Bang Theory. So that the character Sheldon had said that women are predispositioned to hear like the cry of a child.
Oh yeah,
and that's why they don't. So he's like, you gotta talk in these tones, otherwise Penny was going to wake up or whatever.
Don't you remember whenever did you breastfeed?
I did.
Don't you remember when you breastfed, if you heard a baby cry, I would immediately let down.
Yeah.
It's like, there's like this hormone within us, I believe. I mean, I don't know the science behind it, but if somebody does, hey, educate us, because we'll take it.
Yes.
I love being educated. If I don't gain some knowledge every day, then I've failed it that day.
But you're right. I mean, anybody's child. I remember sitting at a dinner and somebody's kid cried, and I was like, oh.
Right. And sometimes like it's so bad that it just, I remember. Yep. I remember that.
I think it was at a dinner, and I actually made some joke. Does anybody need milk for their coffee?
Oh,
because I mean, it was
Of course you did. Of course you did.
I mean, it looked like I took my frickin' water and was like, right all over my shirt. It wasn't a little bit. It was like, hey.
Well, it's kind of funny. The first time that I went out in public, I told you about the car wreck that I had with Dalton.
Yep.
But after he was born was whenever they settled on my car accident. And so I had to meet the attorney at a restaurant to go over my paperwork. And I was like, yeah, this will probably be best. I just had a baby, just had surgery because I had my gallbladder repaired too after. And I was there, and it was like the first letdown. And
so it was massive.
Oh my God. I was drenched from my nipples to my ankles. Like, I am not even shitting you. My socks were wet.
Oh, geez. Oh, that's
bad. It was terrible. And I stood up, and because I was talking to him the whole time, and I just kept feeling it. And I was like, oh my God. And I stood up and I shake his hand, and I'm just like, I'm so sorry. I'm a first time mother.
Please don't look at my chest.
All right. Like, don't look at the sopping mess down me.
And then, I mean,
all that gold down me. Because
and it was.
You remember as you collected, it was like, whoo, I got to get lots of it.
I got to pump. I got to freeze. I got to market. Yeah.
What do you think is helping you handle the stress of everything? What do you think helps you cope through barely handling it? Like,
talking to you mainly. I know it's 2 a.m, but and you're like, and literally she is on like, oh, my phone went off. It's Kelly. I got to talk to her. And
no, like, I'm not that. No, don't claim that, because I am really bad about answering my phone. Like,
well, yeah, when somebody calls.
Yeah, I'm just really bad about it. God, like, everybody always gives me a hard time because like even when I'm at work, I leave it at the desk all the time, and I never have it on me. Unless I'm going to the bathroom, because that's like my unload spot. Like, so that's whenever I text everybody. Like, if you get a text back from me, I'm probably in the shitter.
I don't know. Sometimes you text me through my phone. Then you'll Facebook me. And then we'll talk on something else. And I'm like,
I know. Why do we do that? Why do we have multiple conversations?
They're not.
We even have a Snapchat conversation.
Yes. I'm like, and that's the thing. They're not even the same.
They're not cohesive at all.
And I have to go back. I'm like,
wait, which conversation are we in? Yep, exactly. I mean, and I think that helps me too. I think a lot of it is humor coping. Like I told you, I always have that mask that I use humor even in the times that I struggle. And
me too.
Humor has gotten me through so many hard times, and that's probably been the best thing. And then my second one is just avoiding it.
Oh, see, if I'm stressed, I'm funny, and then if I'm really funny, then I am really stressed out because it's. But avoidance,
because you feel so snarky. It's like that inner bitch in you comes out, and you're just like, let me set her free.
I have been letting my girl free every
but
day.
It's so liberating, isn't it?
Oh yeah. I'm burning crap down.
I just what I think.
I just don't care anymore. And the thing, and maybe I don't know. I'm an adult now, so I don't have to. I don't have to talk to you. I don't have to be your friend anymore because I'm an adult. So, I mean, but that same thing goes into when you have to parent other people. Like, have you ever had to parent a coworker?
Yes.
And you feel like,
well, and it's so frustrating too because the majority of the time they don't listen to shit you say.
No.
The majority of the time. And even it's just like, you know what? I told you. I told you. I warned you. But you did not listen.
Consequences of actions we were trying to save you from.
Well, and you know what? At this point with coworkers, I literally, when somebody does something that they shouldn't be doing, I tell them all the time, my job is my business. Your job is your business. I don't give a shit about what you do. All I'm worried about is what I'm doing.
What do they say? If you don't fuck me, fund me, or feed me, then you don't get to say a fucking thing about me.
I mean, that's probably a good way to put it. I mean that makes sense. That makes sense. I mean, I think that a lot of times another way that I pretty much cope is like we celebrate the small wins. I feel like you and I celebrate a lot of our small wins. Yes. And I think that keeps me very positive, and that keeps me like, oh yeah, I'm ready for another one. Cause I like when we celebrate wins.
That's me too. Except for when they give me weird pasta, then I got to freak out on
it. Oh God, here we go. We triggered something.
You want to know why?
Look at the sunshine.
We talked about.
Would you believe that it was fucking snowing yesterday?
Oh my God. And not just like, it's a little bit. It was big ass frickin' flakes.
Woke up and looked outside and I said, excuse me?
It had been 70 the day before. Like a day or two before it was 70.
I have to tell you, I stood on my front porch and I was like, April showers bring May flowers, not snow. Like I feel like that poem is just not true in New York.
It isn't. It marches in like a lion and out like a lamb. Well, we're in April and it's still freaking lioning it up here. Come on.
Right. I'm so sick of it. So sick of it.
And I just, eat, man. National Grid. I'm going to throw that bitch fit in there. What are you doing? I mean, you don't even pull my hair when you're in me. At least do something. At least let me get something out of it.
I know we had to get fuel again. And I'm just like,
We run off that pellet stove and that thing just keeps dying. Is
it just reaching its last leg?
It's not even that old. It's like 3 years old.
Oh, things aren't built to last. We talked about this.
1980s when it was a 19. We'll even put a 1950 thing in that ran off of freaking radiation. And I had a microwave from that way back in the day. It lasted like 30 something years. And it was like an Armada that had radiation in it. And I found the book that came with it when we moved. And it was like, it had like a whole way of how you could cook a turkey in there. But you had to insert this rod inside of it. So it cooked it from the inside out. My dad was like, yeah, that's the radiation. And I'm like, shit. I'm like, And he goes, look, in 70s, 80s, they didn't care. Lead paint. I mean, shit, they didn't care. And I was like, how come we all don't have superpowers? I mean, we were supposed to have radiation.
We were exposed to.
Instead, we got other crap.
Well, and
but back on the parent thing, at least you can say that you get this little chunk of time where you can be friends, where you can call your mom or whatever and say like, oh my God, I had such a day. And they're like, tell me about it. And then you can just,
I love that. That's my favorite part.
And they don't come back at you with like, well, as your mom, they come back at you like, yeah, you know what?
Like
you're right.
That
coworker was a bitch.
Right. I love that.
That's the thing I want to hear.
They give you those, what is the word? that whenever they affirm it for you.
Yeah, the affirmations that you are.
But it's like they validate your feelings. And I love whenever my mom validates my feelings.
Sometimes I just call just to get the validation. I'm like, I know that I really set everything on fire, but just tell me that I was okay because I did it. And my dad is my dad. And he'll be like, you know what? You're right. You want me to hand you more matches? And I'm like, yes, please. Let me set more crap on fire. And
didn't I tell you the day that you came to my rescue? I called my mom right before I quit my job. And I said, I am just so angry. And she's like, that bitch. And I was like, listen, you're going to fire me up.
Yeah.
And then I'll end up back over like there. 20 minutes later. And I called her and she goes, you quit, didn't you? And I was like, well, yeah, kind of.
Well, and I'm not in your defense. What they did, and we won't say,
right,
was unethical, could cause other people to get hurt.
Right.
And it was dismissed when you were trying to be the bigger person about it and point it out before
it became a big problem. Yeah, I know.
And you know what? Every time I go near that, I see that problem.
Yeah, and it's still there. Worse.
Oh God,
it's worse.
It's bigger. It's wider, and it's more apt to hurt somebody. But you pointed it out. People know you pointed it out. So now it's just at a point of saying, what are they going to do? And apparently nothing.
Nothing. Exactly. Nothing was done. But it's okay. It's okay because like that's a lesson learned in my opinion. And I'm okay with that.
And now you're in a better place where you're happier.
Yeah, exactly. But it was great. Like every time I do have a situation where I'm like really angry or something, I always know to call either my mother or my sister because my sister, she would just fly off the handle. My sister, she's a little crazy, but it's okay because I lack it crazy.
She's like, I could be on a plane in 20 minutes. And you're like, you know what? Yes. Come.
She's like my little chihuahua on a leash.
You know what?
I mean, literally,
nice to have that.
If somebody pisses me off, like my sister's pissed at him too. That's how it works.
She's like, who is this girl?
She's like, who's this motherfucker? Let me get them.
I'm already stalking him on social media for you. I got you, boo.
Right, exactly. That would be my sister.
Ride or die there.
But I can always use both of them to validate my feelings anytime. Now, if I call Jonathan's Mr. Logic, and he'll be like, now, Jennifer, step back and really think about it. I feel like John is like my motherly role and my mother is like my buddy role and my sister is like my, go get him role. But I mean, it's just funny because John's so logical. He's like 100%. That's probably why we balance each other out because he's 100% logical. I am all heart and he is all logic. Yep. He is the brain and I am the heart.
You need the brain to say, I understand where your anger is. However,
it would be wise
to let's roll it in a little bit. Let's go upstairs. You can rage out and then let's look at it logically and then approach it. And then if you still feel like raging, hell, you know what? Call your sister and we'll
let her validate for you. Yeah.
But at least it's there.
And you know, one of the other wonderful things that I like about mom now at this age and even my dad now, like they've started telling me stories. Like they've started telling me things about like I'll have small little memories and they fill in the gaps.
Which is wonderful.
They get to tell me like of the nitty gritties, you know, like they don't have to hold back. And it's more, it's nice. I love having those casual conversations. Like I said, I do call my mom daily and we at least have a few minutes and we talk and we banter. And if neither of us has any drama, then we cut it short. Yeah. But
you're like, yeah, I mean, talk to you later. I love you.
We really enjoy having zero drama because that means there's no craziness happening, no chaotic craziness in our family.
Which is nice. And it is nice just to call and be like, how you doing? And what's going on? And tell me about, tell me that you said you were going to go to the beauty salon and get a haircut, or you said you were going to go see whatever movie. Do people still see movies? I feel like nobody does.
I don't know.
Do you see movies?
We saw a movie. It's been about a year. Well, it was whenever the Deadpool Wolverine came out. That was the last time we saw
in the movie theater.
A movie theater. Yeah.
Mine was Twilight. I think
wow, Kelly, that's been a long time. Shit.
I know.
Wait, maybe we need to go see a movie.
I was going to say, somebody come take this bitch to a movie. Now, on the other hand, my husband and my children went and saw that. My daughter paid to take her brother and then paid for her dad because he was nice for Christmas to go see that Five Nights at Freddy's, which I have never seen, but is my son's favorite thing. And then she bought him a shit ton of merch. And then he brought me back 3 pounds, like that huge garbage bag of popcorn. He's like, I paid $30 for this. That thing was 3 feet high. I was like, I just said, bring home some popcorn. He's like, I know what I said. I know what you said. He goes, here's 3 feet of popcorn. And we ended up giving it to the chickens. I think I ate quite a bit of it, though. I am a popcornaholic.
I love popcorn and I can't eat it.
I know.
So sad. I'm so sad. And it's weird that out of all of the corn things that I've taken, popcorn makes me react the worst.
Oh. And I don't even just get around it and be like,
no,
oh, it just
I wish I could.
ache.
I just wish I could. And anybody tell me, is there a popcorn alternative? Because I feel like if there was, oh, hell yeah. They need to make a popcorn alternative.
What about like rice cakes?
But see, a lot of rice cakes sometimes have corn in them too. So I have to be very careful. I have to be very careful.
It sucks. Damn you, corn.
I mean, I think maybe they have for like just plain rice. I'll have to look. I don't know. I
know they do a rice cracker because I had it before, and I actually prefer these rice crackers over having an actual cracker, just in consistency, like the way it feels in my mouth, which is weird because I'm not texture wise, but I'm all right. Unless you throw 3 different pastas at me, then I just have to have a breakdown. But like, I'm okay. And then I find it very pleasant.
Years and years ago, there was a black bean tortilla chip.
I remember. And
I don't know. Do they? I mean, I loved them, but they gave me the wicked shits. I mean, and it wasn't just me; it was the kids too. Like the kids would be like, "Oh, we can't eat too many of those. Those are the pooping chips."
Well, maybe that's what it was. It was cleaning everybody out.
I don't know.
Here I am, good fiber.
Yeah,
and that's what it would have been. It would have been 100% like more fiber than you were getting from corn.
I fucking loved them. I could eat the shit out of them.
For them.
I don't know if they make them anymore. They make some alternative chips, but they're just not very good. I don't remember what I found. John's been on the hunt for me. He's great. He's fantastic. And I don't even know if I've told you that I have an allergy to the sun. So he always buys me like UV protectant clothing even. Like, I don't know. He's always looking out for me. It's great.
John's one of the good ones.
He's not too bad. He's not too shabby. Let's not tell people how good he is, though, because he's all mine. That's terrible. I know.
No, you know why? These women would show up and park on the grass, and he just only lets me do that. So you guys are all screwed.
Yeah, Kelly parks on his grass. He literally, I was on the phone with him just before we started recording, and he says, "Does she park on my grass?"
And I yelled out, "Yup." I didn't. I don't think so. No, I pulled in and not weirdly backed in. Because sometimes I back in, and I know I have that backup cam, but I really don't pay any attention.
Oh, my gosh. Well, what I was going to say, I think I'm going to close it up and say I don't think anybody ever really feels ready for this phase in your life. You just kind of find yourself in it. You're doing the best you can with what you have. You can love people with your whole heart. You can still feel overwhelmed by what comes with loving them. Both of these things can be true at the same time. So if you're in this season, you're trying to just hold everything together while everything feels a little heavy, you're really not alone in doing it.
And, throwing off of what you're saying here, that also spans into our mom for a minute. Yep. And if you feel like you have some momming you can share, we have been moving along quite nicely, and we would love to have more people join.
Exactly.
And it has been a fantastic experience. And we have talked about being out publicly promoting this at different events that we have invites to. And I am excited because I am thoroughly a lot more fun in person.
Oh,
and people who know me
don't know. Just don't know.
I am a fun I am the Duff. I'm the designated funny fat friend.
Girl.
Except,
no, you're not.
I'm not as fat
you're not.
anymore.
Actually, I've been looking at you from over here and I'm like, what are you doing with your skin? Because you are freaking glowing.
You know what? Dollar store Korean skin stuff. I'm telling you, people, the dollar, and people are like, you buy that from the dollar store? I'm like, yep. Fantastic. Literally nothing. I took a shower and look, I grew up in the 90s, so I have to draw on my eyebrows. That tells you what it is. Hey, I know your eyebrows. You're all right. You're all right.
My eyebrows are sparse.
That's why I have to draw mine on.
Sparse? I don't know the word. Well, maybe the goal isn't to handle it perfectly. Maybe it's just to keep showing up, even when it's hard.
Yes.
So give yourself a pat on the back. You made it through the day. Everything's going to be all right. Don't stress the small things. Wait, don't sweat the small things. Don't sweat the petty things, and don't pet the sweaty things.
Well, unless they're Magic Mike.
Oh, Lord. All right, guys. Well, we are out. You have a wonderful day. We love you. Girl, bye.